Hello guys, welcome back. So let's start with a new topic. So we have already completed the bones part. Now let's move on with the muscles quickly. So now we'll be doing the muscles of the arm. So arm region, as I've already said you many a times, the humeral bone is situated at which place? In the arm region. Okay. If they ask about the forearm, then they are talking about the radius and ulna. So don't ever get confused into it. Okay. So arm is where the humerus is situated. Okay. Now let's start first with the anterior compartment. Now what is anterior compartment? Anterior means front side. So as you can see, this is the skeleton, right? Here will be the eyes and nose above. So from the anterior side, which and all muscles you can see, or which and all are present on the anterior compartment. Now this anterior compartment, it does the work of flexion. Okay, so we also call this as flexor compartment, because the function of this muscles are what? The function is flexion, doing flexion. What was flexion? That was decreasing of the angle between a joint. Okay, so for this you have to remember a mnemonic, that is BBC. Okay, so B stands for biceps brachii. Brachii means arm. First of all, write down this. Brachii means arms. Biceps. Bi means two. Bi means two. So what does it actually means by two? It means it has two heads. How many heads? Two heads. It has one short head and it has one long head. Okay. You have to remember short head and long head. Okay. And you have to remember that this biceps brachii becomes the roof of cubital fossa. Now what is cubital fossa? It's at your elbow joint. So this is your hand, right? So here many of you might have got the blood test or something done, right? So we injection over here, right? The place where you can bend your hand. At the same very place you have this cubital fossa, which contains of nerves and vessels. Those passes from there. So the roof of that cubital fossa is formed by biceps brachii. We have a separate video on cubital fossa, so don't worry about it. We'll be learning it in very detail. Okay. Now moving to brachialis. Okay. So this means another B stands for brachialis. Okay, you have to remember that it is also known as hybrid muscle. It is not also known as, it comes under the category hybrid muscles. Okay, hybrid or composite muscle. Now why is it so? What does this muscles mean? This hybrid and composite means one muscle, two nerve supply, more than one nerve supply. So in case if one nerves get damaged, it still will be managed to perform its function because another nerve is supplying. Okay, one muscle is equal to more than one nerve. More than one nerve supply. Okay, so there are few more muscles. When we will be doing them, I will simultaneously tell you about them. Okay, so you have to remember brachialis it's also hybrid composite muscle. Nerve, I'll let you know in the next few minutes which two nerve supplies it. Okay, now this is coracobrachialis. C stands for coracobrachialis. Now we have done this coracobrachialis and shorthead of biceps origin, right? It was originating from the tip of the coracoid process. When we were doing scapula, I've already explained you this. Okay, so coracobrachialis is what? Starting from the coracoid process, and brachialis is arm. Fine. And then for brachialis, you have to remember, if biceps brachii form the roof, then this forms the floor of cubital fossa. Okay, so this brachialis forms the floor of the cubital fossa. Okay, now let's know its nerve supply. It is supplied by, all three muscles are supplied by musculocutaneous nerve. What is the nerve? Musculocutaneous nerve. Okay, and you have to know that this brachialis, it is having two supply. Okay, as it is composite, right, or hybrid. So one is musculocutaneous nerve. This musculocutaneous nerve, it's the main supply. It is the main supply. Whereas this radial nerve, it is the proprioceptive supply. It does the proprioceptive supply. Okay, understood? So these are the two nerves. Otherwise, all these other two, coracobrachialis and biceps brachii, by musculocutaneous nerve. Okay, now you have to remember few damages. It's important. First of all, let's know about a test. There's a test done to check the biceps tendon. So the biceps tendon reflex test is done where? Is done at C6. So cervical 6, you have to remember. It is done at C6. They might ask you this question in the upcoming years. Okay. And now let's know there's not exactly a disease, it's a muscle tendon injury. So if there is damage to long head of biceps brachii, so if long head of biceps brachii tendon is damaged, what will happen? It causes bulge at the muscle belly. Now what does that mean? I'll explain you with the help of picture. Okay, and this is known as Popeye sign. What it is known as Popeye sign. Okay, it's very easy to remember. Let's look at all these muscles and this damage through the pictures. Okay, so no need to worry about how to draw the pictures. No need to draw them first of all. So starting with the biceps brachii. So this muscle is the biceps brachii. All these complete view is the anterior view. Okay, so you can see one biceps brachii, the another biceps brachii. Okay, that means one head and the another head. I meant to say. This, which you're seeing, this is coracobrachialis. What it is? Coracobrachialis. It's starting from the coracoid process. See, this is the coracoid process. If you can see, this is the coracoid process, this green color which I'm making, right? So it's starting from its tip, as I've said before also, okay? Now this is brachialis. What it is? It is brachialis muscle. As you can see, right? Now you have to remember something, that which muscle passes through which joint, okay? You can see in biceps brachii that it crosses your shoulder joint, it crosses your elbow joint as well. So write down where you have written biceps brachii crosses both shoulder and elbow joint. Then, so it crosses both shoulder and elbow joint, okay? Now for brachialis, you must remember, I'm writing over here for brachialis. Brachialis, first look at the picture. What you can see, it is only crossing which part? It is only crossing the elbow joint. So write down, crosses only elbow joint. Then coracobrachialis crosses only shoulder joint. Okay, I'll show you in the picture. Here you can see it crosses only the shoulder joint. It doesn't cross your elbow joint. Okay, so remember this, which muscle crosses which joint. Now let's talk about this pop eye sign. So here you can see this is the muscle's belly, right? So it is bulging out because there's a damage to this tendon. This is the tendon of the long head of biceps brachii. Okay, so there's a bulge. You can remember it through this pop eye. Most of us would have watched this pop eye, the Sailor Man. It was a cartoon, so you can remember that it was all about the muscles, right? How strong his muscles were. So this is the Popeye sign actually. Okay, so now moving on with the extensor compartment, that is also known as posterior compartment. So posterior or extensor compartment. So if this is extensor compartment, then what is the function? It will help in extension. So the muscle is, we have only one muscle, that is triceps brachii. What it is? Triceps brachii. Now you have to remember that the anterior compartment does the function, it was the flexion. The extensor compartment, the posterior compartment does the work of extension. You have to remember it. Okay, now let's know about triceps brachii. Triceps means 3. Brachii means arm. Now let's see what 3 things it consists of. It consists of long head, it consists of medial head, and it will consist of short head. Okay, you have to remember. And among this, remember this long head, it attaches to infraglenoid cavity. Okay, do remember this. Here you can see in this picture, this is one head, this is another head. This white color part which you see, that is the tendon, okay guys, and this is another head. Okay, among this you can see this is the long head which is attaching to where? This is the glenoid cavity. This is supraglenoid and this is infraglenoid. I'll do it with a different shade. This is supraglenoid above and this is infraglenoid. Okay, so this long head is attaching to the infraglenoid cavity. It is a question, so do remember it. Okay, and they are supplied by this muscle is supplied by radial nerve. You have to remember. What is the nerve? Radial nerve. Okay, you remember it. That's it. So now, thank you.